What's up, everybody? Sorry about the titles. They're kind of fucked up right now. I'm just stupid and doesn't make any sense. I'm just an idiot. It is what it is, though. Why is my camera not working? It's just taking... Everything's taking forever today. I don't know. I'm just pretty tired. Day's been pretty hectic. Doing a lot of stuff outside of here. Not exactly what I want to be doing, but it is also exactly what I want to be doing. To a point. Didn't even see that person there. Wasn't paying attention. We're going to be battling some goober who was hiding next to the tree. She got some weird hair. But I think starting tomorrow, I think on the weekends, I'm going to start getting up early and start streaming. Saturday and Sunday. I think I'll start it tomorrow, actually. It'll be fun. Because I get up early anyways. Just usually have stuff to do. But tomorrow, I guess I don't. Depends on what's going on. I also need to start doing Pokemon Go more. And I also need to start doing other gaming videos more. So... yeah, we'll switch Pokemon. We'll send out... I guess Luxray. I do need to heal everybody. Probably head into town real quick before I go run around this grass for a bit. So, get ready for that. My wrist is feeling weird. The fishy is here. We got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta start doing a lot more consistent stuff. I need to find a time. I think the only good time is 8 to 10. But then again, if I push it back an hour, I can take a shower before I stream, after I eat, after my weekday workouts. Because on the weekends, I can do it in the morning. On the afternoon, I can work out whenever, usually. And just focus it around other things. This one just... we're just going to have to run to the town. I don't think I have enough potions to heal everybody. So. Ooh, I could just run. find my way the fuck out of here. Lots of grass, though. Come back and start battling everybody again. Stock up on some potions. So. I'm also just tired. Because late streams. Hopefully things will calm down for a bit. I'm hoping really soon. Because it's getting old. Hey, it's a Pokemon I need. We'll throw a quick ball if it doesn't catch it. Oh well. Essentially. That's all I really gotta say. Alright, cool. It didn't look pretty until a quick ball catches this fucker. Hopefully. New Pokemon. Even though we didn't have the health. The only other one over here is a Bomb of Snow. So that's cool. No, he's just going in the box. My team is my team. It's just really steep snow, or really deep snow. Oh, Pokeball, nice. Oh, I found an Ultra Ball, woohoo. Yay. Where's the town? Over here, right? Yeah, let's go. Snow Point City. That's the mark. Where's the center? A very cold area. I like on the games, the cities, not so much the areas, like the routes, but the cities, if they have like a theme to them, and they're really usually pretty on spot with the music. Not perfect by any means, but there's just a Psyduck chilling. Buy some potions and stuff. Too much ice and whatnot. You know? Do 50 of them. They'll last me a while. I'll do 50 revives as well. Just as an in case. I have had to use a few revives. Lost a lot of money there, but that's okay. No thanks. The only reason we're making this pit stop is because Pokemon were getting wrecked a little bit. She's just over there in a deep snow chilling. She'd be like a little snow fort for snowballs or something. I mean, this is... The Lakes music isn't too bad, I guess. But Route 217, on the other hand, is a little bit more normal route music. I forget what's on Route 217. What is this shit? You're just doing shit I didn't even ask. Anyways. Yeah, so we caught Medicham. Is that the only one we needed? Yeah, it looks like it. What's the other one? So we caught the one that we needed. I thought there was a Bomb of Snow somewhere. Excuse me. Maybe it was lakefront. Or the Lake Acuity itself. Alright. No, nothing. It is on the top of the mountain. I don't remember. It's been a bit. So we just gotta remember, take a chill pill. So all I'm doing is going back there and looking for more trainers, I guess. I also need to stop drinking so much water. Why did I run? I could have just beat it up real quick. Or drink more water. Not so much sugar. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry, maybe I should just stop drinking so much sugar, but this doesn't help any. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting away from Red Bull for a week or two. A month, I might have to. My stomach's been acting funky. Not in a bad way. It doesn't hurt or nothing. It's just like, you know when something doesn't feel right? That's how my stomach has felt. And you know when you got a pain? It's not a pain. It's like an annoyance in your gut. That's what it feels like. So I'm gonna probably eat nothing but meat for the next week, 2 weeks, and drink nothing but water. That's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell. Probably gonna have a lot of headaches. I might drink tea in the evening with like no sugar or something, but like it's still gonna suck. You do get headaches from it. I don't know if I'm going to. I usually don't. Usually my headaches are from sinus stuff. Because my sinuses are shit, essentially. So, I mean, it is what it is. Should also probably start taking 2 showers a day or whatever. This is the only way. Oh wait, I didn't go. Yeah. Okay, this was the only way up. Okay, cool. We're good. At least that I know of. Anyways, just gonna fight random mob Pokemon until I go into go fight Galaxy. Yeah, I just have a lot of. I do need to clean this room like permanently. There's a lot of stuff over there I gotta get up in the attic. And I've been meaning to do. I've just been very fucking lazy and stupid about it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. But there's another desk over there, and I do want to make it a work desk. For now. Something that I can throw, like... Something I can get... Because it's a shitty desk. It's already got, like, finish issues and stuff like that. I also want to get a new desk for over here. I actually want one where the seat in the corner is the seat. You know what I mean? The corner. Do want an L-shaped desk, but in the corner is the seat. The main seat, because I want to have 3 monitors of the same size. Eventually, it's going to take me a while. But we'll get it. I just got a laptop for free today. The personal customer, well, I shouldn't say personal. A customer in my small business wanted to get rid of it, and I'm like, what do you want me to do with it? And, can you recycle it? I'm like, I can definitely recycle it. Won't mind having another laptop, that's for sure. That actually works pretty good. What's this say? What do I have to do? That was the wrong button. Oh, I actually have to go fight the gym first? That's stupid. I guess we can go do that real quick. Oh, I said that puzzle too. Fuck. Fuck, I don't want to do the puzzle. We're going the wrong way again. Well, I guess I'll talk to everybody in here, since that's usually what I do before I go to the gym. Talk to everybody in town. Oh, you're another boat guy. There's just a lot of stuff I gotta do, and it'll get done. It's just busy, busy, busy. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I literally just don't have time right now. It's either sleep or do everything else. Get 4 to 6 hours of sleep, or do everything else. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the way my life usually is. Like, I don't really sit around too much. Today was IT, like I have a small I have a small business. It's very small. It's like a side thing, and I don't really focus on it. So... yeah. Haunter? Does it evolve? Because I don't have a Haunter. And I don't have a Gengar. But I will trade the Metachamp I just caught, because I can go catch another one. Won't hurt my feelings, man. You know what I mean? Watch it have like a stone. Never stone. Gaspar. You're a dick. You're a cunt. What a cunt. Alright. Give me my forever Haunter, right? The temple. Which has been around forever. If you know, you know. Vulpix guy. Little Vulpix. This is so tall. I don't know about unique. Not bad though, I live there. I like the snow, so. Did I do that last time? I don't remember doing the temple. I may have. In Brilliant Diamond. But I don't remember doing it. That doesn't mean I didn't do it. You might have to catch all 3 Reggies first. That might be the case. Which I did do. I think. I have to look at all my Reggies and see where they came from. Cool. Talk to every... I hate this fucking... I hate it. The question is, can I remember it? I might just figure it out. I think we're supposed to go this way, then this way, then this way, then this way. And this way, and this way, and this way. Battle Girl. Savannah. Caliper. Not a good matchup. Not a good matchup at all. Not a good matchup. That's okay though, to be honest, because I could probably close combat that thing. One hit. Just gotta swap them out after that. Unless it's ice and not water. Good job, Ifrit. I mean, I have a gallon of water I started drinking earlier. It's not a bad gallon of... It's not bad, it's just... I wasn't looking forward to drinking a gallon of water today. I do drink a gallon of water almost every day, though. I would say at least 5 out of the 7 days of the week. It's good for you. It really is. People say it's overkill, but if you're working out and stuff, and I'm not even working out, but if it goes by weight, so I weigh a lot right now, so way too much right now, so things should get worse though. Things should get better. Just gotta work on it. Definitely need to lower my diet and sugar. I think a lot of that's the reason why my stomach's feeling fucked up. It's mostly drinks, to be completely honest. And I'd eat a tasty cake a night, so I need to stop eating them in general. Steelix, why is Steelix? This is a weird fucking Pokemon to bring out. This is goofy as shit, you fucking dumb bitch. Anyways. Now I gotta cut out the Red Bulls and this sodas. I drink soda a good bit. Drink sweet tea a good bit. Most of the time. Sodas, whenever my son comes over on the weekends, we usually drink a good bit of soda. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be drinking more water. I need to get on him about that too. He does drink a lot of water, but I don't think he drinks enough. Personally, it's super effective, but did absolutely fucking nothing to that Steelix. What level is he? Fine, I guess we'll just use close combat. Excuse me. I figure if I cut out the sugar for like a week, my stomach will go back to normal. Just drink a lot of fucking water. To be honest though, like I don't really, for me, the only time I drink is after I smoke. No, I don't mean drug smoking, I mean just regular old cigarettes. Nope. It's not where I need to be. I don't even know where the fuck I'm going, to be honest with you. I'm just guessing at this point. I'll figure it out in a minute. A Snover. What the hell's he gonna do? Get his ass beat? Snow warning. Yee. Sorry, Halo. I think there's just a lot of stuff I gotta do. My own personal benefit. Definitely with health. Diet wise. Should probably quit smoking too, but we'll see how that goes. It probably won't. To be honest, dude, like seriously, this kick shit is a cut it the fuck out. It's every fucking stream. Like, I'm serious. It's every fucking stream. Yeah, sometimes I easily get tired of shit, so Crunch? You're a water Pokemon. You use Crunch? Are you retarded? I mean, yeah, my defense went down, but... I'm just tired. I'm frustrated with a lot of things right now. That's all it is. It sucks, but it is what it is. You know how it goes. That doesn't work out. I do gotta battle her eventually. Gotta battle him right now. Right now. He sent out a Quagsire. Look at him. This Quagsire boy. Ugh, he's a bulky boy. There's too many water Pokemon here and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I will say, wearing these glasses, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it does help with me to sleep at night after streaming, so I'll be doing that a lot, all the time now. You know, it was just like a joke. There's actually a benefit. It like gets my eye, like, it calms my brain down. It calms my eyes down. That's right, he's ground. What the fuck? Forgot about that. I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid dumbass. I'm a stupid dumbass. Anyways. Tomorrow I'll just start drinking water. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, but we'll see. The hard part is, I'm not even gonna lie to you, you know what's worse than quitting sugar? It's the Red Bull itself. I just love the taste of Red Bull. Like, I actually crave the taste of Red Bull. Someone said it was a sugar. I'm like, nah, dude, because I can drink tea all day, and I don't like sweet tea or soda all day. There's not the carbonation either, really. It's just something about the taste of Red Bull. It's just weird, you know what I mean? Okay. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to go anywhere? This is go straight across, right? Although I can do this. Yeah, get rid of that. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't going fast enough. Yeah, that was cool and all, but I do gotta battle that girl over there. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, lady. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff I gotta get done. I'm hoping to get it done quicker, sooner. Once everything's going good again, I'll be saving up money for the channel to do art. Get someone to do art for me, and then Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing. I need background art. I need... I already did that way. Alright, cool. Alright, let's just go up here. Actually... Huh. Oh, I can't go down there. It just takes me to the steps. That just takes me across to here. Which is cool, but not what I was looking for. Ah, already beat him. There we go. I get to that middle one. How do you get to that one? I guess if I go up here and do this, and then do this. I also gotta get that one. And that one. Which I'm assuming is on the other side of the gym. This should be easy. Did I already battle you? Oh, I had to get off of it. I also need to start laying on my back. By the way, if you sit a lot, get them walk around. When you get older, especially like when you get like your 30s, get up and walk around. Even if you just walk around the house or whatever. Or your office or whatever, because I'll tell you right now, or like outside your office or whatever if you can. The weather's not bad or whatever. I'll tell you why. I've come to the realization that the more you walk, the less your fucking back hurts. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's like the circulation down there or something, but down your lower back. Because a lot of people have that back pain. I'm like, you gotta walk around a lot. I've come to that really weird realization. Like a long time ago. Plus, I gotta start building my legs for this winter, or summer. Or for actual mountain biking and stuff like that. I gotta start running, too. As well as mountain biking. Because mountain biking's great and all, it's like my hobby, but the only time you ever get a real workout mountain biking is if you put it in like a decent gearing to where you can pedal up a hill, but like up the hill. You know what I mean? I live in like the foothills of the Appalachians, so it's this all the time. I get a really good workout going up, but the rest I do not, because what am I gonna work? How am I gonna work? You know how it goes. I don't have to explain it to you, right? How do you work out your, how do you get cardio in when... I mean, don't get me wrong, there is demanding cardio when you go up, when you go down too, if you're active. But you gotta be active, right? You have to be an active rider. You can't just, Actually, I want to sort by name. That way I can just be like, oh, look at that. Hyper Potion H. I have an ice heal? When did I get that? I don't really need to use the Hyper Potion, but I'm going to. And if you do mountain bike and stuff like that, and that's your hobby, and you want to get better at it by doing that, what you should definitely do is work out your muscles to build that area up. Like guys like freak out about like bodybuilders will freak out about the legs of a mountain biker or a road biker. It's like, yeah, that's all they work, dude. Because it's part of their sport. It's really good for your, like, I'll give you a couple of exercises. Get some low weight. Just get some dumbbells. Get like 20-pound dumbbells, 20 to 30-pound dumbbells, somewhere in between there, 20, 25, 30. Go on your side, do lunges, do squats. It's good for your joints. It's good for your tendons and stuff to build them up. Do that kind of stuff. Do a lot of calisthenics too. Like do regular lunges without any weight too. Do that stuff. It's good for your legs. It's good for your joints. It's good for your tendons. Don't overdo it, obviously. But if you're just starting to work out, this is what I recommend you do. Every day when you wake up or when you have a second, or before. I would preferably do it before you wake up. As a warm-up for the day, get up, do some jumping jacks, do some knee highs, right? Loosen up your body, loosen up your joints and stuff by, moving around, stretching, things like that. Like your normal workout stretch you used to do in gym class. Do 10 push-ups. I do 10 of each type. So regular push-ups, wide and close grip. 10, so I do technically 30, but 10 tri-dips. You can just use a chair or a bed or a small table, a bench, whatever you want to use to do those. Sit-ups and or crunches and or reverse crunches and or flutter kicks and or 6 inches and or that's pretty much it. You get those 3 or those sets. Then do what is that called? I forget what the exercise is called, but I do it all the time. It's where you work the lower back muscle. You lay on your stomach and you lift up all your limbs and pretty much balance on your stomach. I forget what that's called. You just do that for a second, come back down. I forget what it is. I forget what that's called. But that, do some squats, and do some calf raises and do wall sits. That'll warm up your whole body for everything for the rest of the day. And before you work out and do your physical activity hobby, men should have multiple hobbies. One should be physical, one should be thinking, one should be, or 3 really. One should be leisure. You should have 3 hobbies. Now, if your work makes you think a lot, which eventually it won't. It depends on what kind of work you do, obviously. If you're doing if you are a professor or a teacher or something where you have to think constantly and you're kind of trying to figure out how to teach people stuff and all that stuff, things like that. If your job is mainly brain activity, you don't have to worry about. You can drop one of the hobbies, right? If your job's really physical, you don't need to be physical, although you should work out. Anyone should work out. That's not a hobby. That's what you should be doing, period. It's not a hobby. When people say my hobby is working out, I'm like, no, it's not. It's not working out. You're lying. Stop being stupid. Because it's not. A workout is not a hobby. Focus on the parts of your body you use the most. So if you're a construction worker, I'll tell you right now, work your whole body. If your job isn't your priority, let's say your side work is, work that out more. My job, my side work and my job are pretty not intense as far as strength. So I have to work out my whole body throughout the week. Now, if your hobby's physical and it uses the majority of one part of your body, let's be honest, mountain biking is a full body workout. The problem is that it mostly rely on your legs and your core. So that's what you should be working out most of the time. My core is really weak right now. When I rode a couple days ago, it was kind of warm. I could feel that I didn't, like when I was standing, going downhill, my core got sore really quick. Or got tired really quick, so I had to sit after each. Because usually I go through when I come in from work when I'm riding, I go through this park down the street called Piney Run. It's just a recreational lake for fishing. Well, actually, it's a nature preserve, but it's also a recreational lake for fishing, boating, hiking, things like that, or just walking out in nature, just being out in nature. You know what I mean? It's a great place, but I can usually stand the whole time through there. I actually had to sit at one point in time, because usually when I go through there, I just drop my seat. Although I knew that I shouldn't drop my seat, because I don't have a dropper post. I have a quick release seat clamp. I do need to get a dropper post though, but I'm thinking about not upgrading my bike anymore, because I put a whole gear system on it, I'd rather upgrade my son's bike and buy myself a new bike, because it makes sense, right? Like, don't get me wrong, that bike's cool, and I'll probably, because most of those parts are going to go to my son anyways. Same size bike, that's the reason why I'm saying it. Wheel size and all that. But his bike is a 8 or 10 speed, I can't remember. And I have a 12 speed SRAM set up on mine. And for me to do that to his bike, I'd have to do what I did to my bike, which is replace the rear wheel at minimum and the bottom bracket. Well, I have all those parts on that bike. I can take that bike apart, put on cheaper stuff, and be happy, you know what I mean? For a loaner or something that I'm just using for right then and there. My ultimate goal for mountain biking is to have 2 full suspension mountain bikes that are the same bike. The only difference is the gearing, because you do have to do, anyone who tells you you have to do road riding, if you want to train your endurance, you have to do road riding. And the reason you have to is because eventually your body's going to get tired of the rocks and stuff, all the bumps and all that stuff, and you can't focus on your endurance as much. Now, you can focus your endurance once you get your endurance up, right, on the off-road part. Once you get your endurance up on the off-road part, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like that's why it's going to be a big focus on for me this summer is going to be endurance. Oh, actually, I gotta get a Metachamp. It's going to be endurance. Very big focus. So, both on and off-road, but mostly on-road in the spring, because I need to. Because I'm going to tear up my fucking tires. But that gives me a reason to get new tires that I actually want, not the ones that I have. The ones that I have are alright, but I want actual good tires. That's about the only upgrade I'll ever do on that bike is tires. I might do hydraulic brakes once I'm lending it out and stuff. Things like that. Or giving it away or whatever. You know what I mean? Not like crazy upgrades, just something nice. Something simple, you know? I do want to upgrade the fork before I either give it away, sell it, or, because that fork's shit. But, I'll probably just go with a simple one. A very simple one, nothing complicated at all. Because my next bike's going to be more complicated as far as suspension, setup, and all that. I don't want that. First off, it's a hardtail, so I don't want something super complicated on the front end. I want it to be lighter. Things like that. I don't want it to be... I don't want too much... it's a hardtail. It's good for commuting and cross-country. You know what I mean? That's what it's good for. I'll never say it's not good for that. That's what it's good for. FYI, if you're going to buy a commute bike, buy a mountain bike that has a front suspension. At least. Okay? It's going to save you. You're not going to be as tired. Like, don't get me wrong. You don't feel it when you first start doing it, because you're always going to feel tired when you first start doing it. But, like, after a while, when you start using other bikes and stuff, you start realizing what you want. Like, I want a full suspension for both, because I've noticed that my legs get really tired no matter what. Because I'm always pedaling. Like, I pedal when you're not even... Like, even when I'm not even doing anything for the pedaling, like going downhill. Because it's so up and down all the time around here. Even when I'm going downhill, I pedal. Not on the trail, because, you know, you're focusing on the trail. And with the terrain and all that stuff, and what lines you're picking and things like that. But, unless you have to. If you want to keep your speed up. But, most of the time, when I'm on the road or commuting, I'm still pedaling. Going downhill, even though it's not doing anything. Because it takes the lactic acid out of your muscles, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? By the end of this year, I want to weigh 200 pounds and be 15%. I only have 15% body fat or less. Somewhere between 13 to 15. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy, because people don't realize this, but body fat is important. You do need it. And I've been down to 10% body fat. Fuck that, dude. You're starving constantly. And you have to eat constantly, which means you have to work out. It's like a never-ending cycle. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather not have to eat constantly. You still have to eat a good bit when you're like 15. This is for dudes specifically, not women, because if you want my personal opinion, I would say 20 is probably the best for women. For particular reasons, not just a look thing. One is definitely birthing. If you're of birthing age, you should definitely be only at the lowest 20. That's why when you see really, really skinny girls and they have that bump in their stomach, it's not fat, it's their uterus. And they actually need more fat there. They really need more fat throughout their whole body to be able to have a kid. Obviously, if you don't want a kid, it doesn't matter, but like... for a woman, I would recommend 20% body fat. Workout. Do not work out and make yourself jacked. Jacked women are gross. I don't care what anyone says. Look, you can find it attractive. That's cool. I don't care. I find them disgusting. I'll take a chubby bitch over a jacked bitch any day of the week. You know, someone with like 25% body fat. Like, I would say like 17 to 20 for women. That's kind of where you want to be. And for men, you want to be 15 or lower. Between 15 and 10. I prefer 15, just because you don't have to eat as much. You have enough fat to where your body's burning that throughout the day, and not eating your muscle. And you have enough fat to where, and you don't have to eat 24/7. You know what I mean? Also, eat good food. Like, stick to your meats, vegetables, and fruit. Don't eat carbs as much, unless you're trying to gain muscle mass. Then you want to eat carbs, but and protein. But what you really want to do if you want to lose weight, meat and vegetables and fruit. I'd probably even cut out fruit and supplement any vitamins you get from fruit, because those fruits has sugar. Sugar turns into fat. I didn't mean to do that. Fucking moron, I need to catch him again. Anyways. Thank you, Infrared. It's not your fault. I fucked that up. That was on me. But yeah, that's what you kind of want to do. And look, I'm not an expert. You know what I mean? Like, I check with your doctors. Always check with your doctors. Don't ever listen to me and just jump into something, okay? Most people who are a little overweight, you know, like 20 to 25% body fat for guys, or even 30, you're probably in good enough shape to just start working out and eating the diet I said. Obviously, it depends on your stomach and stuff. You know, any other kind of things you have. Any other kind of things that you might have from being overweight or eating like shit, like irritable bowel syndrome, which I think most irritable bowel syndrome is from eating like shit. And your gut biome's fucked up. That's what I think irritable bowel syndrome is. I don't think it's actually, because I knew a lot of my friends had it when they were younger, and they started paying attention to their diet, and it went away. So not everybody, obviously. I'm not saying everybody, but I think most of the people who have irritable bowel syndrome don't actually have irritable bowel IBS. They don't actually have that. What they have is a fucked up diet and they need to fix it. So elimination diet, get your gut biome to digest only certain things and then add stuff back. So like meat, probably stick to one meat for a bit, or vegetables if you're a vegetarian or whatever. Stick to like a couple vegetables, something that like one type of vegetable, like eat stalks or eat roots or eat pick one, right? For meat, I'd probably pick like, if you're gonna pick beef, venison's good too. Those two are pretty much the same thing. Yeah, okay. There, we got them. Right now off to the lake, so I have the Metachamp, and I can just go in here and fuck shit up. Hopefully. But the reality is, if you really want to get in good shape, watch your diet, stick to meat, vegetables, and fruit. Cut out carbs as much as possible. So don't eat root vegetables either. Just for a little bit till you lose the weight, right? Then you can go back to eating that stuff as long as you're not overindulging in it. Like, I don't really eat bread, for instance. Like, the only grain I eat really is rice and corn. And most of my other sugars are from root vegetables, like carrots, potatoes, things like that. So they're not unhealthy, but they're not super healthy for, you know what I mean? Because it's all the excess sugar, really. That's what it really is. It's just excess sugar. Which isn't bad. That's what it causes to gain weight, right? Everybody thinks it's, root vegetables are very high in sugar, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But just remember that. Don't sit there and act like, it's just Golduck. Okay. We have all the other stuff until I get the Hyper Rod or whatever, or the Ultra Rod. But, it's not hard to do all that. You know what I mean? It's just not. People who think it actually is, it's just, dude, just, you can eat, for instance, eat a salad. Eat a large fucking salad and you'll be full for the rest of the night. Try to do intermediate fasting at least like every other day. Try to fast once a week completely if you can. You don't have to. Obviously, there's reasons some people can't. Things like was it type 2? Whatever the one that you don't get from getting fat, the one that you're born with, diabetes. I forget which type it is. And other disease. There's other things where you have to eat regularly. Other diseases, yeah. There's other diseases where you have to eat regularly, so eat sugar or something regularly. For the diabetes, it's usually too much sugar, so you want to lose the sugar, but you have to eat some sugar because your body isn't regulating it right. You know what I mean? So, and I've heard this. I'm not saying it's true. I have heard that doing a carnivore diet for a couple months, which is hard, actually makes you. I'm not saying it would get rid of the born diabetes, but if you're like pre-diabetic or just became diabetic, I've heard stories. Now I don't know if it's true, but I've heard a lot of stories of people going to the carnivore diet and losing the diabetes completely and the pre-diabetes very quickly, like in a couple months, like 1 or 2 months. Depends on how far along they are, obviously. Now I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's gonna work. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Obviously, I did talk to your doctors again. Even if they're not going to really talk to you about it, you can try it. Just make sure you have an emergency supply of something that's sugary and is easy to digest very quickly. And something that is also... And your insulin, right? Don't ever give up your insulin until you know you're not diabetic anymore. Via blood test. Or pre-diabetic or any of that. You know what I'm saying? And like got nothing against doctors or anything. I'm just talking about stuff, you know. I'm not really saying one way or the other. I don't know if there's any papers on it. I don't know if there's any scientific study behind it. But I have heard of a lot of people being especially pre-diabetic. A lot of people who went on the carnivore diet while they were pre-diabetic, and then, yeah. You know what I mean? And then it went away very quickly by just being a carnivore, hitting the carnivore diet for a little bit. I want to say what it does is it resets your biome, so you're creating all the things you need to create. You know what I'm saying? Like you're creating insulin correctly again. That's what I want to think. I think your gut biome has more to do with a lot of disease than people want to admit. You know what I mean? And I'm not shitting on doctors. They just haven't studied it. They haven't studied the effects that much. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You're not going to hear me bitch and complain about it. Ever. I'm just being honest with you. Not all doctors are going to spend their life studying one fucking thing. Because, dude, let's be real. At this point, you have to be, like, studying it your whole life to get anywhere with it. You know what I mean? And it's really hard to stay on the same topic all the time. So, I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fault doctors for not... doctors or scientists or nutritionists or any of that for not studying one particular thing. From the time they have their degrees and stuff to the time they retire or pass away. So, just keep that in mind. Like I said, talk to your doctor first. Now, I'm not even saying it's true. I'm just saying I've heard these things. It doesn't mean it's true. Okay? I am not giving out medical advice. My only medical advice to you will always be, if you're physically able to do that, then work out. That will always be my only medical advice. Nothing to do with being a doctor. Everyone knows, even doctors will tell you the same thing. That's a gimme, right? But always talk to your doctors about that shit, please. Even I check with doctors. Like, I get my blood work done. That's another thing you guys gotta do. Go get your blood work done. Do a full panel blood work for not only diseases, but parasites, all that stuff. Everything. You'd be surprised at what parasites you might have. If you're out in the woods all the time, like I am, or out doing, like, outside all the time, like you are, you'll be surprised. Like, I've never had a parasite, but, you know, it might actually help. You might have a parasite that, you know, isn't really a parasite. Like, there's parasites that people don't realize is kind of like, that are kind of like tapeworms, but they're really tiny, like little tiny guys. You can't see them, right? And they don't really affect you in the fact that, like, they don't actually really affect you. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of do, but not really. There's no actual visible effect. You know what I mean? So, and that's another thing I was always thinking about. If the pre-diabetes thing is true, I'm not saying it is, but let's say it is true, right? If that's true, I wonder if that's a parasite that dies out. That eats mostly sugar, but it dies out and it just takes 2 months. So the easiest way to fix that would be to take an anti-parasite medicine, right? Because most anti-parasite medicines cover, like, most parasites. You know what I'm saying? Like, not, like, a lot. There isn't many that don't support, you know, that only support, like, 1 or 2 parasites. Because there's a lot of microparasites. Toxoplasmosis is one of them. That's a parasite. It doesn't affect you at all. It's not visible at all. It's a little tiny thing. And it comes from cats. Like dealing with cat feces and stuff like that. So if you have a cat and you have a litter box that you have to clean out regularly, yeah, that could be it. And just taking you know, an anti or a pesticide that's, you know, prescribed by a doctor, obviously, right? Gets rid of it. So, but it'll come back into the teeth. So I would probably do it, you know. Also do a cleanse, like not like a weird cleanse. No, drink a lot of water. Pick an item you can eat all the time for like a week and just cleanse your body out. And then the next week switch it up, and then add more stuff to your. You know what I mean? It'll help. Trust me. You'll feel a million times better afterwards. I'm not even kidding. When I say cleanse, I'm not saying so ooh bullshit. Just drink a lot of water. Stop drinking sugary drinks and drinks that aren't water. Just drink water. Don't drink any alcohol. Don't drink any of that shit. Just drink water and eat one substance that you can eat all week so your body just only deals with that and that's it. And it's got to be something that's not like junk food, obviously. It's got to be like meat, vegetables. I know my mom does a salad cleanse every year. So the only thing that she puts in it is vinegar and oil, salt and pepper, and salad stuff like leafy greens, carrots, onions. I don't know if cucumbers are good for you. I've heard both. They're good and bad, but it might help you cleanse you out. If you're really dehydrated, I tell women this all the time, but I didn't know this was why this happens. But if you have like period cramps and stuff, drink some pickle juice. Even if you don't like it, drink it. And not the buttery, like not the sweet ones, the dill pickles. This is mostly vinegar. There's no extra. There's not a lot of extra sugars. Drink it. It's good for you. What it is it rehydrates you. I didn't know it was a rehydration problem. Because hydration doesn't just include water. You also have to have salt. So when you're doing all this, make sure you have enough salt. Essentially, it would be called. You know, it's carbohydrates. You need those. You know what I mean? Carbohydrates are important. So when you're on a low carb diet, you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure you have enough salt. Add salt to your food. That's a big thing. Grab different salts. Like I have Himalayan pink salt. I don't know where it's from, but that black salt, that stuff, it just tastes like salt. It doesn't really taste like anything. It just tastes like regular salt. It's just mined somewhere else to where it has a different color and has some different minerals in it. And it helps you with that shit. You don't have to season your food just because you're trying to eat clean doesn't mean you can't season your food. Buy good seasonings. Actually, if you grow your own, you know it's good. You can have them plants living in your house all year round if you need to, and apartments. You see some little pots, pick some seasonings that you like that you use the most, and just grow them. It doesn't cost much. You can buy the seeds every spring. Every spring they have an abundance of them in Home Depot, Walmart, all those places. Home Depot usually have them even in the winter. Maybe out of stock of some stuff, but yeah, just remember, it's good for you to eat that kind of food. You know what I mean? Season your food. You don't have to, just because you're on a diet doesn't mean you have to season your food. Most seasonings don't even add calories. You don't put enough on there to add a calorie. Plus, most of them are, there's actually a lot of stuff that we do eat, we should be eating, like turmeric. You should be eating that. There's a lot of good stuff in there. There's actually a lot of things that are positive for your body in seasonings. Ashwagandha root. You should be taking that if you're a dude. Women, I don't know if that's good for you. I would talk to your doctor first. But if you're a dude with the state of the average, what do you call it? The average testosterone in men nowadays. Yeah, every dude should be eating ashwagandha. whether it's a supplement or eating it in their food. I don't know what it tastes like. I take a supplement. It boosts your testosterone naturally. It's not like a weird booster where it's a chemically altering thing. It's not some like, it's a natural plant. Just either eat it, put it as a seasoning, or take it as a supplement. It'll help you out. I'd probably add it as a seasoning, or just, it might, you also gotta figure out what tastes good too, right? Like, people have different tastes. I'm not gonna force you to eat something you don't like. If you don't like the flavor, best bet is to eat the supplement. A natural supplement, not a synthetic supplement. And be picky with your supplements. Don't ever not be picky about that. If you're gonna take, because you're gonna need to take supplements. You're gonna need to. It's just a fact of life. And the reason you're gonna need it is because you're not gonna get everything when you lower. What's up, man? How you doing, Ashley? You're gonna need to eat healthy. And I know it's dumb sounding from me who smokes, but even I eat pretty healthy. I just eat too much and not move around enough. And obviously I eat some junk food, but actually, that's a problem. Like, people complain about the pandemic and stuff. I was like, a lot of the problem is that a lot of people aren't healthy. Most people are eating junk food or pseudo junk food, like canned vegetables, canned stuff, all that stuff. It's not horrible for you, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to shit on you for eating it every once in a while, or, you know, once a week or whatever, or even every other day. But focus on what you're eating and what you're putting in your body. It's very good for you to do that. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what kind of sickness you have, doesn't matter. A lot of the problems that I see with, like, kids, like, one of my friends was like, my kid's ADHD. I was like, have you changed his diet? Or her diet? Usually that's what it is. There's a lot of kids when I was young, especially when I was young, got prescribed Ritalin and Adderall and all that shit. I'm like, usually it's just diet. I went and got tested for ADHD and ADD and dyslexia when I was a kid. I'm dyslexic, yes, but everything else isn't actually a problem. I got my 2008, 2010. That's sick. That's always fun to do. Go back in time and have the same teams that you had back in the day. But yeah, just focus on your diet. A lot of people don't realize a lot of your extra weight gain and stuff like that is mostly your diet. It's not even like you being necessarily stagnant. Because shit, me and my brother had friends in high school, or when we were in our 20s, who sat around, not even in high school, who sat around, did nothing but he ate healthy. So they were not in shape, obviously. Their muscles were kind of lacking, but, and as far as strength and all that, but like really after high school, like high school friends that just sat around and just pretty much all they did was work and come home. Because, you know, when you're in your early 20s, you're usually not making a lot of money. So that's pretty much all you can do until you start making more money. And they just ate healthy. And they stayed relatively thin. It's what people would call, nowadays would call skinny fat. Like, yeah, they're not, you know, jacked or anything, or you can't see their muscles, and their muscles aren't exactly in the best shape. Unless they were working a physical job. But, like, if they weren't working a physical job, it was more of like an office job or something like that. Usually they just ate healthier, and they didn't really gain weight. You might have gained a couple pounds here and there, but it's really just about what you eat and what you consume. I think people can learn a lot about that. It's not woo-woo either. Like, everybody calls it woo-woo. I'm like, it's not woo-woo, dude. It's just like what you eat. What you put in your body is what you put in your body. Like, everybody tells you steroids bad because it fucks up your body. Yeah, it is. It's no different. It's no different than eating something. What you put in your body is your should be very important to you. And look, I'll admit it, I drink Red Bull. I drink sweet tea. I drink a lot of shit I should not drink. Or eat. And I eat a lot of shit that I should not eat. But at least I know what I'm doing to my... You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm doing it to myself. I'm not sitting here going, oh, woe is me. I'm just changing what I do. I think people need to really, really get on that train. Is just eat healthy. Drink a lot of water. Actually, I'm actually surprised at how many people are dehydrated. Like, a lot of people with, one of my exes had got migraines all the time. And I'm like, how much water do you drink? Because, like, I know migraines are an actual thing, right? Like, my mom has them. She's drinks tons of water. I make sure she does because of her migraines. Because, you know, when you get busy and you're doing stuff, you don't really think about how much water you drink. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's really all it is. You just gotta pay attention to your diet, how much water you consume. Water depends on weight. There's quick calculators out there. You just use it as a guideline. You don't have to use it as, like, you know, as, like, perfect. Like, if I work out heavy, I'm supposed to drink a gallon and a liter a day. That's how much I'm supposed to drink. Like, if I'm outside mountain biking all day, that's what I'm supposed to drink. And, like, you know, I did my normal workout in the morning before I went out. That's what I'm supposed to drink. If it's a light workout, then it's probably going to be like a gallon of water. And it's, you know, that's a quick summation. You can drink more. You're not going to drown. And people say you can drown from drinking too much water. Yeah, but the chances of you, especially if you're already dehydrated, the chances of you drowning from drinking too much water is like 0. Because a lot of people are dehydrated, and I didn't realize that. Because, like, all my, like, friends and family would be like, I'm just so tired all the time. I'm just this and this. Or I'm depressed. A lot of depression, I will say this, is from just not being physically active at all. In any way, shape, or form. Like, not even going for walks and shit. Just walking to your car and, you know, or to the bus stop or whatever. And stuff like that. Or to your Uber or whatever you're doing. A lot of it's just from being dehydrated and not doing enough physical activity during the day. Just go for a walk. Go for a half an hour walk if you can. You'd be surprised at how much energy you burn doing that. A lot of it, and that fixes a lot of sleeping habits too. Bad sleeping habits. And that's very important. People don't realize how important that is. If I could sleep normally like a normal fucking person, I'd be sleeping 8 hours a day. But that's a genetic kind of thing. It's not just a... You know. I'm just gonna unlock it, I know. Because insomnia is real, and I thought it was my diet for a long time, so did my parents, but I've had it since I was 14, and it has not gone away. So... keep that in mind. Sleep's very important. For a grown adult, you should be sleeping 7 to 9 hours a day in that range. Should be eating healthy. You know, eat meat. Eat the outside of the grocery store. So in America, I don't know if this is the way it is in like everywhere else in the world, but in America, the grocery stores, the way they're set up, is you got dairy on the outer ring, on the outer walls of the store. You have usually a pharmacy, bakery, dairy. Might not be in the exact order I'm saying it, but dairy, meat, produce, so vegetables and fruit. I'd say stick to produce and meat if you eat meat. You know. I know it sounds crazy because I smoke and stuff, but I have studied this a lot. I'm not a nutritionist. I probably should get my nutritionist shit done. But because I could easily, like, I could probably take any nutritionist test and, for the most part, would be like a maybe high B. Just because of the studying I've done for it. I never went to school or anything for it, but yeah. It's pretty awesome, actually. I like that kind of stuff. I like learning about that kind of stuff. The best way to enhance your body is change your diet and make your diet better. You want to feel strong, you want to feel healthy, do that. I'm not even kidding you. Anyways. But yeah, I've been focusing on a lot of stuff recently that's outside the purview of this and content creation. For a reason. It's all very important to life. It's just, once that stuff's done, I'll be moving on to more content creation stuff. And actually being able to spend money on it. That's the real thing, right? That's the real one. Actually being able to spend money on it. And no, spending money isn't going to solve all the problems with your life. Obviously, it costs money to eat healthy. But I'm going to be honest with you. Most people overeat. You could eat, like, not Five Guys. Like, an actual, like, if you go to a restaurant and get an actual burger, you can eat that meat patty and the vegetables that come on it, minus the bun. And you have more than enough food for that meal. But most people don't realize that. And that's the crazy shit to me. And all dieting is, you can get mad. A diet's a diet. It doesn't matter which diet you use. If you have too many calories, too little calories. If you want to lose weight, the best way to lose weight is to calorie deficit. Figure out how much calories you burn regularly during the day. And then don't eat that many calories. Eat 500 less, 1,000 less, however much less. Also depends on your weight goals. Like, there's always fads and stuff. Like, you know, a lot of people drink kombucha. That was a fad for a while. People still drink it. It's still okay for you. I wouldn't rely on just drinking healthy stuff, eating healthy stuff. You also got to work out a bit. I know it's hard for disabled people and stuff, but you can find something, you know. I mean, the other day, I saw a video of a very large, I would say either late elementary school, early middle school kid, walking up and down his driveway. And with his size, I wouldn't recommend him going out and walking, you know, around a block without anyone around him. But since nobody was home, he walked up and down his driveway because, you know, not much is going to happen to you in your driveway. He had a pretty long driveway. It wasn't like a, you know, like a 50 to 100 foot driveway. It was pretty long. And he was walking up and down that, and someone was making fun of him for it. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? That's what I thought about it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's starting. Being physically active is very important, if you can be. I know it takes time and time out of your days for other things, but you focus on a few things in life and master those so it's just habit, it'll be alright. And we already do that when we're growing up, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, you know, getting our hair cut if you want to cut your hair, all that stuff. You know, that's all habit. Cleaning your clothes, cleaning your room. That's all based out of habit. Like, I literally have a habit of cleaning my room, I clean my room on the same day every week. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday I clean my room. Obviously I clean up, you know, here and there every night before I go to sleep. But this Red Bull can isn't going to sit here until Tuesday. I'm going to throw it away when I go to before I go to bed. But and stuff like that. But you know, just dusting and stuff like dusting, taking out all the trash because it's trash. That's why I do it on Tuesday. I clean my whole house, or I help clean the house on the weekends because everybody cleans the house on the weekends, not just me. I vacuum every day because I have to, because I have a dog that sheds fur. It's just, once you get it going, just keep it, have it. And it's not like I vacuum like every room. My son's room, for instance, that doesn't get vacuumed every day. It doesn't need to be. My dog isn't in there all the time. He's only in there when my son's in there. Usually. Sometimes the door gets left open, he gets in there, and I vacuum that day too. But, you know, he vacuums his room every day he's here because of the dog. I vacuum my room, the living room, the hallway. The basement gets it once a week, though, because nobody's really in the basement. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I can heal. We mostly just store stuff down there. And it's not because it's not a finished... It is a finished basement. Just nobody goes down there. Except for to do laundry. You know, we clean up the laundry room. Far before, like, when we do the laundry. There's never junk everywhere or anything. Any of that crazy stuff. Just be smart about it. Once you get in the habit of things, you'll be like, oh, this is actually really easy. Because I know a lot of people go through depression and stuff, and I'll tell you right now, keeping your living space clean is a big part of that. Like, keep your living space clean. It helps with depression, motivation, all that kind of thing. Because, you know, once things get so dirty, you're just like, I don't want to deal with it because it takes extra work. Well, if you do it if you dust once a week, if you vacuum, if you don't have animals that shed like crazy, if you vacuum once a week, if you do clean the floors once a week, you know, just spread it out too. You don't have to do it all in one day. Like, we clean the floors every Saturday. Usually it's a bunch of us doing it at once. Like, one will do one floor, one will do the next floor, one will do the basement. Pretty simple, right? That kind of stuff. We were built to ingrain that, right? We're ingrained to that. So as kids, you know, take a shower or stuff like that. And when you start getting facial hair and stuff, you start learning how to deal with that. If you want to be super crazy about it. I'm not crazy about my facial hair. All I do is clean it. That's it. No special beard washes or anything. Whatever body soap I'm using, that's what it gets. The only special soap I use is shampoo for my hair. Now, I didn't even do that for a long time. I just use whether it be my body wash or whatever, you know what I mean? Go back. I forgot that Stone Tank is dark type. So, or Stunky. You learn that stuff as a kid, and you just get it ingrained. You gotta do the same thing with everything else in life. And I know your schedule gets jumbled, but like, obviously, if you're working out and you're super sore, don't work out when you're super. I would say work out every other day, at the most. Like, actually work out. Like, if you're, you know, lifting weights and stuff. If you're just starting, you're walking for like a half an hour to an hour a day, or even 15 minutes. Just push yourself a little bit more. You're not going to get that sore. You're going to get sore, but you're not going to get that sore to where your body can't deal with it normally. Even with my gut, I still work out. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's not rocket science. Everybody makes it sound hard, but it isn't. And I know you can't always take a... I'm not saying work out 2 hours. A lot of people tell you to work out 2 hours a day. I will never do that. Work out when you can. I know a lot of people who... a lot of my friends and a lot of my co-workers on break will go for a walk. Unless it's like pouring down raining or something. You know? And when I say pouring down raining, I mean like actually pouring. They'll do it in the cold, they'll do it in the heat. Go outside in different weather conditions. I think that helps with your immune system a lot, in my personal opinion. Can't back it by studies, don't care about backing it by studies. When I was a kid, I pretty much lived outside. And most of my life, most of my free time when I'm not doing this, or working, or busy doing something indoors, I'm outside. Even if it's just a sit there. Like, it was what? Like 19 degrees one day, a couple weeks ago. In the middle of the day. That was the high. And when I got home, I didn't really have much to do. So I did a little arm, shoulder, back, chest workout with weights, 35-pound dumbbells, and did that real quick. And then my dog wanted to be outside for a long period of time, so I just hung out with him outside, played catch for a little bit, things like that. I just was outside in under 19 degree weather. Really, because it was. No, we're not going there yet. Because when I get home, it starts getting dark. So I know it's hard at night to work out. If you have to, grab a cheap gym membership. As long as you have treadmills, you're good, dude. I know it's a pain in the ass to get off of the memberships when you know. But or find a safe neighborhood to go do it in if you don't live in a safe neighborhood. You know. Luckily, I live in a safe neighborhood, so I can go running at any time of day, walking at any time of day I want. But if you don't, there's always ways to get around it. You'll figure it out. Just take some time, some effort. You gotta put in some effort. It's all good for you, man. Eat good. Like I said, you don't even have to work out. Walking. Walking is good enough. You know, most of the time. I'm not saying you have to be super jacked. I'm not jacked. I haven't been cut in over almost 2 decades. So it'll be 2 decades when I hit like 42-ish. So, you know, I'm not looking to get super cut. You're allowed to have fat on your body. I'm not saying you can't have fat on your body. I'm saying you should build your muscles, make yourself feel better about everything, do all the things you're supposed to do. Eat healthy as possible. Eat less if you want to lose weight. Shit, man, I've met some people who eat so much that if they just eat what you're supposed to eat a day in calories, they lose a shit ton of weight. So that's all you need to do. And I'm at fault for that. I eat way too much. It's just I eat healthy stuff, so all I have is a little gut. You know what I mean? I mean, some of that's from drinking from my past, too, but most of my gut is from just eating too much and not moving around enough. If I ate a little bit less dinner, and if I ate a little bit less snacks, I probably wouldn't weigh anything. I'd probably be a skinny rail. Maybe a little cut because I have some muscle mass to me, not a lot. So I tell my son all the time, like, I don't care what you look like, just work out. It's good for you. Eat healthy, it's good for you. I'm not saying, you know, every once in a while you can eat junk food. I'm not not that strict about it, you know what I mean? With him, I'm like, you can eat junk food, but you need to work out. You actually got to put in a workout. You know what I mean? And the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the faster and the easier it is, and the faster you get it. Dude, you'd be like, I tell people all the time, you guys should probably think about doing calisthenics at least, just for muscle strength. Just calisthenics will do a lot. You'd be surprised, man, how much stronger you feel just from calisthenics. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to. Would I recommend it? Yes, but do you have to? Fuck no. I've seen some dudes who were really skinny or really, fat, get in really good shape just doing calisthenics for years. Like, are they jacked? No, but they're cut, they're toned. It's just the way you do the calisthenics. It's not just, will weightlifting help you get a visual or more muscle mass? Yes. But just doing calisthenics, dude. And if you're bad at the stuff, it doesn't matter. Just do as many as you can. Try to perfect the form while you're doing it. And you'll be set for life. Once you get the form perfected, you'll be set for life. Do it every day. Like I said, I get up in the morning. I do 3 types of push-ups. Regular, wide grip, closed grip. Tri-dips. I do sit-ups. Personally, I do sit-ups, 6 inches, and flutter kicks. Sometimes, if I'm like getting ready to go mountain biking or getting ready for an actual workout, I add crunches and reverse crunches. Again, the workout where you tense up the muscle in your lower back and pull your legs and arms off the ground, like you lay flat on the ground on your face and just lift everything up and pretty much balance on your stomach. I forget what that exercise is called, but I do that. Just 10 of those. Like when I wake up, that's what I do. 10. Just 10 of them just to get warmed up. Do some jumping jacks, do some knee highs. If you're too big to do knee highs, which that does happen, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Just do some, jumping jacks. That's all you really need to do. I just get that. I do the knee highs personally to get my heart rate up before I work out mostly. So, like most of it's to get my heart rate up. That's what jumping jacks are for. I think a lot of people should be doing that. Who don't. And you don't need a lot of room to do calisthenics. You know what I mean? You don't. You got a living room. Even if you live in a, what do you call it? Studio apartment, you can do it. You might have to move some stuff around while you're doing it. But if it's nice out at the park, go to the park and do it. No one's going to bother you. And by the way, don't if you're overweight, especially if you're overweight or underweight, because I've seen guys make fun of guys who are underweight too. Don't ever listen to anyone making fun of you. Look, dude, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're being an adult and taking care of your body. Anyone who makes fun of you for that, even if you just started, is a moron. Just straight out, man. Don't ever listen to those people. Now, if they're messing with, me, being, friendly, because guys are like that, we'll make fun of each other. Me and my brother still call each other faggot. Neither one of us are gay. We both have kids. He's married. I'm not married, but he's married. To a very nice lady. My sister-in-law's great. But, yeah, it's just shit talking. That's all it is. Me and him make fun of each other when we work out together. Especially when we're doing actual sets of heavy weight. We always make fun of each other. We're not trying to be mean to each other. We're just messing with each other. We haven't worked out together for a very long time, though. I think the last time we did was when we were in middle school. When he was in middle school. And I was in high school. But yeah, it's good for you guys. It's good for you. Do that. Doesn't matter who you are, male, female. I just recommend for women, just because a lot of women want to have kids, don't go below like 20% body fat. I'd say that's where you want to be. That's ideally where you want to be. Just because if you're going to have kids and stuff, you want to have the extra fat to help feed them, things like that. It's nothing against really skinny women. I'm not mad at you or anything, or women who work out and, you know, get jacked or whatever. I just don't think it's necessarily healthy. I'm not saying you have to be chubby or fat in any way. Just get the workout done, man. Yeah, women should work out. I'm not saying women shouldn't work out. I'm not saying they shouldn't lift weight. If they want to, sure. But if you want to and you want to stay, you know, let's say you're let's say you're at like 25% body fat and you want to lose a couple pounds, go for it. Lifting is important, but don't lift giant weights. It's simple. You don't need a lot of weight to get... If you're not trying to gain muscle mass, you don't need a lot of weight. You don't. You don't. People think you do, and I'm like, no, you don't. If you're just losing weight, you don't need any weight. If you had a set of 20-pound dumbbells, if you're just trying to lose weight, right? A set of 20 to 25 dumbbells, depending upon how much is, you know, good for you. You don't want to strain your muscles for weeks on end to get them. You also, your tendons and stuff also got to get good, things like that. This is how it would start out. If you weigh a lot or you want to lose weight and you don't work out ever, this is what I say you do. For the first week, start walking at a fast pace, right? It depends on how much you weigh, but start walking. Walk for 15 minutes to an hour, depending upon your weight and, you know, what's safe for you to do or what you can do. Then, for about a week. After that, assess yourself, right? So let's say you start on Sunday. The next Sunday, you want to start assessing, right? That was easy. Or that was a little bit difficult, you know, going up that one hill. Or it was a little bit difficult going for an hour, right? You want to start at 15 minutes and run to an hour that week. Not run, but walk. Get it to an hour, right? And I know it's hard because you got to make time. But once you get that done, you can kind of assess yourself and see what you need. Especially in your leg strength. Then the next week, I want you to start doing basic calisthenics like push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, flutter kicks, reverse crunches, 6 inches, the back thing that I was talking about. I forget what it's called. I never remember what the fuck that's called. I never have. I don't know why. I do it every day. Squats, unweighted, you know, calisthenic squats, and calisthenic calf raises, and calisthenic and wall sits. See how many you can do in a row without stopping the first day. Don't push yourself too hard. And when I say without stopping, I mean until failure. Failure means you could just fuck up on the push-up or the sit-up, right? Like you just didn't pull up far enough. So let's say you do 5 and you just, like, you kind of lose pace, right? Don't do them fast, do them slow. You kind of lose your pace in push-up. Pace is very important in push-ups if you know how to do them. You lose your pace, stop. Just stop. That's how many you can do. Let's say you do 6, that's fine. You do 5. When you get to you do 5, let's say you do 5, and when you do number 6 and you go down, you don't go down far enough, right? Because you gotta get that muscle memory in. That's how many you can do. You can do 5 without fucking up. Same with sit-ups, all that stuff, right? Hold your 6 inches for as long as you can, and just build it up from there while also walking, right? Or running if you can run. Running's really only good if you do some kind of weightlifting, whether it be calisthenics or actual weightlifting. So lift if you want to stay. Let's say you're a woman and you want to stay. You just want to lose weight. Anyone who just wants to lose weight, grab 20 to 30 pound dumbbells, somewhere in between there. So 20, 30, 25, 30, right? Or even 15 if you're very underweight and you don't have any muscle mass. It's cool. I'm not judging you. Grab, 15 to 30 or even 10 to 30 pound weight. It also depends on age, things like that. Go to the store. Go to Walmart. Even if you don't buy the ones at Walmart, go there and grab one of the dumbbells there or a kettlebell and just do one curl of that weight. If it feels too strenuous, go down 5 pounds. If it doesn't feel strenuous at all, go up 5 pounds. If it feels just right, use that. And then just go to each one and try it out before you buy them. And then you can order whatever ones you want. I prefer steel ones or iron ones, whatever steel and iron ones. It's just I just prefer that. The rubber ones are just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I've used them. I have a set of 20 pound that are rubber. I use 35 pound iron ones. And you don't need a lot. You don't. Just that will do good. If you want to grab a barbell to do, some weighted squats with light weight, go with I'd say 20 pounds added to the bar. No, I'm sorry. 50 pounds of weight on the bar plus the bar, you'll be good. You don't need a lot of weight, and it'll be easy to do. And you won't need a weight rack or any kind of Smith machine or any kind of that shit, because it's not enough to do any damage to you. At least it shouldn't be. If it is, obviously lower the weight. But just start easy. Work your way up. See what you can do. I mean, your first day of any exercise should be trying to figure out how good it is, how good you are at it, and how hard is it for you to do, right? So that's what you do the first time you do an exercise. Like, for instance, there's times in my life where I didn't work out, and when I went back to working out, the first thing I did was grab 20-pound dumbbells. At the time, though, I know for a fact I could curl probably 65 to 75 pounds, somewhere around there. But it wasn't helpful at all. It wouldn't have been helpful at all. It would have been really sore. And you don't want to be too sore after a workout, especially in your tendons and ligaments and stuff. When you start feeling that, you need to take a couple day break. Obviously, use some low weight. When I say low, I mean 5, 10, 15-pound dumbbells to work that out of your system. Because what it is your tendons are getting too tight, but you do need to move them. With some weight resistance. Or even, what do they call it? There's rubber, what the hell they call it? I don't use them very often, but I have. The rubber band things. The resistance trainers. Grab those to help with that too. Foam rollers help. I'm not a huge foam roller fan. If you want to grab one of those big balls, you can do that too. Or any ball that's big enough to lay on for you. Use a basketball. I've used a basketball for that. Like when I had, a stiff back in my shoulders because I was doing, too much shoulder workouts, or my lower back because I did too many deadlifts or whatever. Stuff like that. Do simple stuff. It's not hard, Just do simple things. Start out easy. Work your way up. If you don't want to invest too much money, your best bet is to go to a cheap gym that has, all the basic weight stuff. And a treadmill and a bike and a stair climber. You don't even need the bike, just a stair climber. Stair climber, treadmill, basic weight stuff. Bench press bench, some dumbbells. That's all you really need. If I had the money, I would buy a Smith machine and put it in my house. That would be the best. Go to a gym that has one Smith machine. I don't know why I did that again. It's the best thing you can fucking do. It's got everything from weight machines like flies, weight corded machines. You can obviously put dumbbells with it. And it's good for squats. And it's good for working out by yourself with free weights. It really is. It changes your world when you figure out what the Smith machine is. Because you don't need to be with somebody. You don't need a spotter. You know what I mean? Because what it does is the bar locks into place. And you can lock it anywhere in the motion that you're doing. So if you get stuck, right here, if you can push it, on you, pretty much. If you can push it up just a little bit and click it in, you're safe. So remember, do it safely. Always have a spotter if you're not using something like the Smith machine. Be smart. Don't hurt yourself. Don't ego lift ever. Don't fucking do it. Especially with deadlifts. Deadlifts are dangerous, man. Look, I'm not saying don't do them, but do them with very little weight. Don't, unless you're becoming a bodybuilder or the world's strongest guy or something like that, don't ever, and I mean ever, ego lift deadlifts. You're going to fuck up your back doing that so fucking fast. I'd rather you put 2 5-pound weights on the bar and look stupid doing it than, 3 45-pound weights, or 3 on each side. Don't do that shit. It's dumb. It's bad for your back. It's really bad for your back. I don't think people understand how bad deadlift. It's too much to risk, man. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people, the shorter you are, the better you are at it. Because I will say that if you're shorter, you could probably add a little bit more weight. But if you're average height or above, and I mean America or the world, because it's only like an inch off, I think, an inch, 2 inches, something like that. If you're the average height, dude, just do low weight. I've ego lifted once in my entire life doing a deadlift. Never the fuck again. I didn't even hurt my back. It was just sore from it. And I thought I was dying. Like, no joke, it hurts so fucking bad. It's not good for you, man. Don't ever ego lift. Just don't do it. It ain't worth it, man. It should be sore. You're going to end your progress. Because you're going to want to sit around a little bit longer and rest up. Things like that. You don't want that kind of stuff in your head. You want good weight that has good resistance. And it's going to give you the results of losing weight. Now, if you want a bodybuilder or whatever, that's a whole different story. That's not what I'm here for. If you want to bodybuild, there's plenty of bodybuilders on fucking YouTube. Go listen to them. Ones that are natural, ones that are taking testosterone, ones that are taking steroids, all that stuff. I will say this. If no matter how you're working out, whether it's losing weight or building or being a bodybuilder or just building muscle to make yourself stronger, protein shakes and creatine. Creatine's super important. You gotta drink the water too, right? You gotta work out every day. Creatine's super important. It's actually really good for you. People say it's this ooh-woo bullshit. Now, there's plenty of studies out there. You can go look at it. It's great for you. It helps your muscles recover. It gives you more workout ability. Like, while you're working out, like, you can actually lift more doing that. I wouldn't recommend it, but that means you can do more reps to lose the weight that you want to lose. This is more about weight loss than it is about building muscle. If you're a little guy and you're trying to build muscle, go talk to a bodybuilder. They'll tell you everything you need to fucking know. All right? I'm not a bodybuilder. I've never been a bodybuilder. I've always just been a regular athlete. I never built my body to build muscle. That's why my arms are tiny now. That's why my calves, well, they don't look like shit like they did, but before I started riding a mountain bike again, they look like shit. So my thighs look like shit. Because I was a regular standard athlete. I played a bunch of sports, did skateboarding, did BMX, did mountain biking, plus school stuff like football, hockey, played baseball for a little bit, wrestled for a little bit. So I'm just a general athlete when it comes to, obviously if I want to get something stronger because I needed to, I would use bodybuilding methods to make it a little bit stronger, but not ego lift, you know what I mean? Like, I would find, like, maxing's cool, right? Don't get me wrong. The first time I bench pressed 250 was fucking amazing when I was in high school. Was that in high school? No, that was right after high school. The first time I squatted 500 pounds when I was in high school was fucking amazing. And I wasn't a bodybuilder. I was just a general athlete I just have what they call retard strength. That's really what it is. But work out, learn a skill, learn some skills. Be useful, be nice, or be, not nice, but be, because when people say nice, you think overly nice, you know what I mean? Be, what do they call that? Approachable, right? don't be looking angry all the time. It's kind of hard for some people because some people just have naturally angry looking faces. Mine's one of them. So I gotta, regularly smile regularly and things like that, so people aren't like, stay away from him. He's weird. He's angry all the time. Nah, it's just the way I look. Be flexible, not too flexible. Don't be too flexible, but be flexible. Because once you're too flexible, people will walk all over you. Be flexible enough, right? That's the thing people don't tell. Like you have guys like you have a lot of guys out there who are, like, I won't say Andrew Tate because I don't think he's ever said anything like that. But you have these self-help people who are like, you want to have friends and stuff. Be flexible. Yeah, you got to be flexible, but you also have to have boundaries. Don't break your boundaries for anyone, ever. If you have a boundary, fucking follow it. Don't listen to people when they're like, you gotta be ultra flexible and do things you find wrong and things like that. Like, nah, dude. Don't do that. Just be flexible enough. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to be, to be outgoing, I guess, because it's a little bit more. Don't be afraid to go do stuff. Right? Never be afraid of stuff like that. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? And don't care. Really, what it is, I know I see this in a lot of younger, mostly younger dudes, and especially nowadays. I don't know why. Stop caring what people think about you. You know what some of my happiest times were when I was a kid, or even as an adult. Just doing stuff I like to do, whether people liked it or not. Whether people were like, "Oh, that's cool." Like when I was a kid, I skated, right? If my friends couldn't come out and skate, I would just go skate. You weren't stopping me, right? Because my friends wanted to go skate. Cool, I guess. I mean, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So, just keep that in mind. Don't be too, don't be so flexible to where you lose all your boundaries. Something everybody should learn. Because, there's a lot of people, and I'm not shitting on these people at all. I'm not saying they're bad people at all. What I'm saying is you don't have to give up your boundaries to make people feel better about you. And learn a good skill. That's all it takes, man. Oh, do I just walk in front of those trees? I might have to just walk in front of those trees. Why the hell is there a ledge here? There's got to be something back here. Yeah, it's right here, yeah. Okay. I was in the corner. What the hell? Anyways. Life's pretty simple, right? Like, everybody overthinks it, and I think people are crazy for doing it. Including myself. I've done it. Everybody's done it. You know what I mean? Everybody overthinks every once in a while. Everybody's done it. It's not a big deal. But just don't lose your boundaries, and don't lose your, don't be unflexible. Be flexible, but don't break your boundaries. You know what I mean? It takes time to learn that, too. I mean, luckily, when I was, especially if you're a dude, it's hard for dudes who, I've noticed, I'm not saying it's hard for all of them, but I have noticed that a lot of guys who would normally be, the road's closed still? What am I supposed to do? Did I not do something? The summit, that's right. Where is Mount Cornet Summit? I actually get back up here and fight the guys that were up on the mountain up here. Which I will be doing. Anyways. The guys who didn't have dads in the home usually have a hard time with it. And look, I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm not saying you're bad people or your parents are bad people or anything. I'm just saying that I've noticed that with the boundary thing. Because, you know, you think everybody, you know, you think your parent, your mom, your dad, and all them have their best interests at heart, and they should. But sometimes they do stuff that isn't your best interest at heart. That's all. Everybody grows up thinking your parents have their best interests at heart. There's times where they don't. And it might not reflect what they're doing to you or what they want you to do. It could just be stupid shit like, oh, instead they're like me. I'm kind of selfish for smoking. Let's be honest. I should be quitting because I have a kid. You know what I mean? So I can be on the planet a little bit longer and spend more time with him. You know? What was that? I don't even fucking remember. I gotta roll back the video, I guess. Not even roll it back, just play it to the point in which I'm at now. Because there is a stream delay. There we go. Yeah, I recommend that everybody just have your boundaries, follow them, and then also do the good things for your body. Life isn't all that bad. Life can get better. It can always get better. Always. Oh, those Asper berries? I can't remember where that plant is. I think they are. I'll see in a minute when I... You gotta have like an all-terrain personality, essentially. Right? I don't. I know I don't. I have lots of things I can work on, trust me. I'm a dick most of the time. But it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of people and all that. Lapap berries. I don't know if that's how you actually say it, but that's what it looks like. Yes, sprinkle the butter. But just remember, nobody's, you're competing. Look, guys especially, you're competing with everybody. So, now, you're not competing with just guys. I didn't see what that was. I'm an idiot, and I should have seen it, but I didn't. Was it grappa berries? Greep berries? I think that's what it was. But I'm not giving you advice. I'm giving you general life advice. I'm not giving you like actual advice. So don't go to like your therapist and be like, "Well, this guy on the stream said that." Like, dude, no. First off, I don't think psychology even fucking works. So, at least I should say the methods of psychology they don't really work. Like what they do to fix said issues usually doesn't work. And something as therapists, I'm not saying you're bad people, but to me, all a therapist is is someone that replaces your best friend in talking to, or or a really good family member. You know, that won't tell everybody things and all that shit. Ooh, another berry. Excuse me, sir. You're very, cool and all, but... I got things to do, sir. So get the fuck out of the way. Anyways. This is just general life advice. If you're a dude, I suggest you just work your ass off. Make yourself healthy. find some different hobbies that are different from your work. So, I mean, unless you really love something, like, I don't know how some mechanics, they do it, though. I don't know how some mechanics can be mechanics the way they are. Because, yeah. I know some mechanics who not only are mechanics at work for 8+ hours a day, but they go home and have a project car. And work on that. You know? If your job is physical, then find, okay, so there's 3 attributes. Or there's 2 attributes: your brain and your physical strength. If your body, or if your job doesn't use your brain, start using it. Find a hobby that helps you use your brain. If your job isn't very physical, start finding hobbies that are physical. That's how you can balance it out very easily. Even if it's just something simple like hiking, dude. Hiking is so fun. Go out in nature, or just walking. You know, walking around the neighborhood, or walking around your neighborhood and looking around. You know, explore your area a little bit. That's another thing I found out with a lot of people. A lot of people don't know, not only don't know, like, visually what their local area looks like, they just know what their street or the streets going to their house look like. They don't even know, like, any history of the area that they live in, any of that shit. Like, the town I live in right here, right? We have a connection to Napoleon Bonaparte. Yes, you heard me correctly. Napoleon Bonaparte. You know, that guy who tried to take over the world. I think it was his sister, or I don't know what it was exactly. Was married to a dude here. Or was getting married to a dude. I forget what the actual story is. But, yeah, we're connected to Napoleon Bonaparte. I didn't even know that. Well, I knew it. And I didn't know it right away, obviously. But I didn't know that for years. Learn the history of your area. One good way to learn history of your area is through folklore. It's fun, right? Folklore includes anything from, you know, just stories of normal everyday things that could happen to like things like cryptids, right? Like Bigfoot or ghosts, even things like ghost stories and stuff like that. Learn your folklore. You don't gotta believe in this shit, just learn it. It's very important to learn stuff like that. It's very important. Like, for instance, we have a lot of folklore around here. A lot of places are haunted around here, supposedly. We have Springfield Mental Hospital across the street, which was also a tuberculosis center during the tuberculosis issue. There was a Henrington spot up the road that they tore down, but that was supposed to be haunted. We never saw anything in there. We've been in there daytime, nighttime, evening, morning. There was never anything. And in all those places. You're not supposed to be, by the way, but we have been there. We had the Sykesville Monster, which was a Bigfoot encounter, apparently. Some point in time in the 80s. We have the Snallygaster, which is just this region of Maryland. Like, it's a big region. It's like from like southwestern Pennsylvania, from like Howard County over to the west of Maryland into West Virginia, and even some in Ohio and things like that. It was a dragon, essentially. That was a weird dragon thing. Like, it's just interesting to know. Then we had the Wendigo, which was supposed to be like a wolfman or a werewolf type thing. Which was apparently the arch nemesis of the Snallygaster. Which I think that's what the Sykesville Monster was they saw, but who knows? I don't. Whoever saw it. If that thing was real, it's probably what they saw. We live in the foothills of the Appalachians, so we're up in the Appalachians all the time. There's lots of folklore in the Appalachians. I grew up in the Appalachians. There's lots of folklore that's super important and you should definitely follow the rules to. Because even though I don't believe in it, weird shit happens and it's weird. Okay? That's all I gotta say. I've seen some weird shit. It's weird. I've heard some weird shit. It's weird. Alright? Do I understand it? No. Do I really care? No, I'm just gonna be smart and not fuck with it. That's simple. It is quite literally that fucking simple. What other... Yeah, start with your local area. Start with your town, then move to the county. And then move to your state. And then move to your country. And then, you know, bound out from there when you're learning stuff. Like, for instance, in Maryland, we have a few cryptids. We've had a few cryptids. Bigfoot sightings. The Wendigo, like I said, it was a wolf man type creature. The Snallygaster. The large black panther of the Eastern Shore. The Goat Man of Bel Air. And Chessie, the Loch Ness Monster version of the Chesapeake Bay. So, yeah. Yes, I learned all of that. Why? Because it's part of history, man. Like, I know it's folklore, but it's history. And it's fun. Come on, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to hear stories about ghosts and cryptids and all that stuff. Come on, you know it's fun. And weird shit that happens and no one understands. Things like that. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to hear the stories of it. It's just fun. And anyone who thinks it's not is silly. You're silly people. Alright? You're too serious and you're just a silly person for being that serious. Alright? You're not a serious person by being that serious. Okay? You don't have to believe in it. You just have to learn it. It's very important. Learn the founding of your town if you're in America or any country, really. Town, city, village, whatever y'all call it, right? Wherever you're from. Then learn, you know, your county or province or whatever, or however you ever split up in your country. Then learn your country's founding and learn all the stuff from the past, before its founding, all that stuff. It takes a lot of time. But you should be, that's one of the things I like to do because it works your brain, you know what I mean? Both in a fun, entertaining way, and also just learning the raw history, you know, that we know what happened. Not the folklore stuff, the stuff we know that happened, you know? As a for instance, the founding of our, you know, every country, the founding of your town. Like that was written into documents. You know? And have fun with it. Just have fun, man. Like, don't be so serious about it. There's plenty of things you should research about your town. You can go down to the town and research it. You can go look on the internet. Usually your town has stuff like that on their website. Same with your state, your county, all that. Yeah. General knowledge is good. Even if it's dumb shit like the Snallygaster. Just remember, life isn't fun. Try to have some fun. You know? It's really all it is, man. Life isn't fun. Have fun. Like, seriously. This isn't a joke. Like, I can't stand when people are like, life, you know what life is? Life sucks and then you die. That's what it is. And you can have fun. You know? Living life. So stop not having fun. You're not serious because you don't want to hear about the Snallygaster of Maryland. You're not a serious person. Because you think you're too serious to listen to a fucking folklore. Yeah, there's supposed to be haunted places all over the place around here. You know? It's an old town, so... Couldn't imagine in places like Europe how haunted everything is supposed to be. I couldn't imagine that, man. You know? I'm talking about cities and towns that have been there for most of recorded history. Same with like the Arab areas or the Middle East and like Northern Africa and the Mediterranean area. Same with China, Japan. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of the. I mean, if you talk to Native Americans, they'll tell you the tales and stuff like that. But we lost it through not only conquest, but also just due to the history. A lot of their stuff was word of mouth. So stories change, things like that. But it is important to listen to those stories, even if it is just word of mouth and never written down. Never forget that. It's stupid to forget that kind of stuff. Like it's stupid. It's literally dumb to think you're too serious to do fun stuff. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't find it fun, I get it, but you should know it. You should know it. You just should. I'll argue to the death about that. And no, I ain't kidding. Very important for everybody to know. You should know your history, you should know the folklore, you should know everything. Of the area in which you live. Now, I'm not saying make it your primary study or anything, but I always found it weird that people who had like really interesting, like, they study the history of like a random town because of this one event that happened there, or supposed event that happened there, and they study that and that's it. It's like, I understand why that can be useful. What I don't understand is, do you even know like your local folklore? And they usually don't. Unless you have to be an expert in it or anything. Just know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, know a little bit. Like, I'm not the expert on Snallygaster. I just listened to a couple stories about it. That's it. There's nothing more to that story. There's literally nothing to that story besides that. Cool, I got a wiki berry. Where does it show you on the town map? There's berries in here. How do they know? Let's see, didn't I just pick these berries? Oh, you hit local info. I don't have honey. None of them have anything in them. That's shiny? Okay, that's how you do it. Alright, cool. I didn't know that. News to me. Nah, bears. I got 6 of them. Cool. But yeah, there's a lot of things people... what are these? I'll have to put the nab berry over there, I guess, because I think those are orange berries or whatever the fuck they're called. They're all happy. Yeah. The nab berries here, we'll just swap it up. The nab berries. I went too far. But yeah, I think it's really important for people to learn folklore and things of that nature. It connects you to the town. It makes you feel like you should be there. Things like that. You know what I mean? Traditions are important. And that is one tradition I think everybody should do. Because it's just stories, man. That's all it is. Everybody likes a good story. Everyone I know likes a good story. Shit, I know people who just hate, who like terrible stories. So. It's okay. I don't care. What are those berries called? There they are. Anyways. So I just picked those, right? Yeah, these ones aren't ready. I guess those are ready already? Let me do something with this. I don't have any honey. I guess not. We'll buy some later. It's fine. Alright. I don't have waterfall yet, so... I'm assuming we don't need it. I do want to go up there, though. Unless it's a guy with a waterfall, it'd be funny. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be funny if I went down? Nah, she's gonna battle me. Hiker Alexander. This is a Golbat. But yeah, like, I'm not shitting on stuff. Never would. I think we live in this world now with all, like, the technology and stuff that we have. I think people take it too seriously. Like, I know people who are like, well, folklore is just useless information. It's not, though. It's usually a decent story, nothing too crazy. Usually about some creature that exists in that area that isn't real. It's not useless information. Is it the most useful information? No. But it does help you connect with the place you live. You know? I'm super effective in flying type. But yeah, I think that's really important. You know. But that's all ghost stories and stuff are. Like, everybody put them in this new classification of, like, paranormal activity and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's true also because of the definition of paranormal activity and whatnot. But, it's also just folklore, guys. Like, it's not serious. It's not super serious. Stop taking it so seriously. Stop taking life so seriously. Like, for real. Just have fun. Everyone likes good stories. Found a bottle of iron. Well, I think we're going to call it a day. It's been 2.5 hours. I would stay on later, but it's getting late, and I would like to go to bed eventually. So we'll head into here and save. That way we know we're going to the summit. And we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk about something fun. Maybe me and Dustin. If the next time Dustin's on, we should probably maybe like talk about some of the local folklore here. And I want to hear about the local folklore around your area. It's everywhere, dude. There's folklore everywhere. Even if it's a new development, dude, go talk to some of the Native Americans in the area, or some of the older people who've lived around that area in other parts of the town. See what they have to say. Like, for instance, most people don't know this, but where I live used to be a farm. We live in a neighborhood. It used to be a farm. It used to be a farm. Correction, it's part of a farm that was sold part of it, I guess because it came apart on hard times or whatever. They sold part of it, and the reason they sold part of it was obviously because they probably came across hard times or something. And the neighborhood right next to ours, that farm was there for another, I think 20 years or something like that. No, not even. 10, 15 years. Because these houses were built in the early 80s. I think it was 83 this house was built. And those over there were built in either the late 90s or the early 2000s. My friend Dustin would know more than I do. But, because he lived here longer. But, you know. Learn that kind of stuff. I know it doesn't sound important to people, but it really is. It really is important for you to know, like, what was this land prior? And prior to that, it was Native American land, mostly forest and field around here. Meadows and things like that. What tribe was it? I forget the name of the tribe. I want to say Cherokee and something else, but... Oh God! Oh. Piscataway. Algonquin. Assateagues. Pokemoke, Iroquois, Squassahanox. Are these languages? Let me look it up. Let me look at them like Algonquin are the biggest, which is a group of them. Powhatan, Iroquois, and Sunni. Specifically in my area, there's a map right here. This is pretty cool. The Squassahanock. And maybe some of the other subsects of the Algonquin. There's subsects. There's a bunch of subsects of Algonquin that are around here. But it looks like the majority of where I live was a Squassahanock. So, yeah, you should learn that kind of stuff. It's very important. Not the Cherokee. The Cherokee was further in. Now that I'm thinking about it, or I forget where they were. I forget. So yeah, you should learn that kind of stuff. It's very important to learn. Learn your history. Learn the history of your area. Learn the history of your house. You buy a house that's been built already. Learn the history. You'd be surprised at what was there. All right, have a good night. See y'all later, and I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a morning stream, but we'll see. It's pretty late tonight, so I might take a nap, wake up, decent time, stream, and then go do whatever I have to do. Peace out.